Hello, Rise of Kingdoms fans. So today we're going to talk about jumper accounts and choosing the correct server. Very important that you select the correct pre-jump server. We're going to go over those things here today on this short video, so stick around. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead and get over to a brand new server. So this is the important part right here. When you start an account, you want to go way down so that you're not going to a new server, so that you're going to an old server. Now the reason that you want to go to an older server is a few different things. First of all, the older servers have all of the fog removed, so you don't have to clear fog before you can get to your mysterious caves in your tribal villages. Because clearing the fog takes a ton of time, and you only have 10 days before you have to jump. You lose your beginner teleports and everything. So that's thing number one. The next thing, you want to choose an active-ish server. Another good thing about older servers is that they're very peaceful. Most of the yahoos and rowdies are long gone to newer servers. People that are left there are more concerned with kingdom versus kingdom and events than going and harassing some new kingdom. They have no interest in your resources or your points or any of that. So you can basically farm in peace. So we're going to go ahead and start our new kingdom. The next big thing that you really have to think about is your starting civilization. And we're not going to get into that in this video. Starting civilization is hugely important. Actually, the civilization isn't that important. The most important part is the starting commander. Each civilization has its own starting commander. But other than Baibars and Sun Tzu, I wouldn't choose any other ones. I'm going to go ahead and choose Baibars just because it's just a temporary account for example purposes. So once you are on your new server, we have to go through this little tutorial. I'm going to zip right through this real quick, and then we'll get to this other part. So I did just figure out how to do all of my video recording, my picture-in-picture, and all my stuff. It was definitely an adventure. Did a lot of reading and a lot of programs and a lot of stuff before I finally figured out how to do it. And now that I know how to do it, I am going to make tons and tons of videos. This is so fun. The next big thing is choosing a server that has an alliance that will give you helps. One of the biggest benefits for a new player and any players is getting helps from your alliance mates. So the next big thing that we want to do is we want to find an alliance that is at least somewhat active. The helps don't make a huge difference at this point because you are building a bunch of low-level buildings that don't take very long to begin with. So the help isn't super important. But when you join an alliance, you have the opportunity to get lots of free bonus stuff. And so definitely check out the events. That is this little piece of paper with a nail through it in the top right-hand corner. You click on that and you can see all of the current events that are going on and everything. And definitely want to check those out and make sure there's nothing free that you can get from there. Sometimes it's pretty good. When I started my original account, I started another jumper account on a different server that we're going to be mostly working off of for my jumper account tutorials. But when I started that one, I got a ton of free gold keys. I got like 6 gold keys right off the bat. So that was pretty cool. So anyways, so now that we're here, we've done all of our tutorial quests. We can go back to the tavern and we can just open the rest of our free chests and see if we get something really awesome. Got a Cleopatra sculpture. We didn't get anything, but that's all right. So there's that. So then you go to the bottom, or excuse me, you zoom all the way out. You hit the explore button, and then that will show you all of your mysterious caves and tribal villages. There is a little bit over 1,500, like 1,503 or 1,505 tribal villages. And each tribal village gives you troops, resources, speed ups, experience tomes, resources. It gives you just, the huge thing about a jumper account is these resources and things that you get from these tribal villages and mysterious caves. This is what makes it all, this is why people do jumper accounts. So basically what you have to do is go around this entire map and click on every single one of these tribal villages. See, this one gave me 20 warriors. Most of the time it gives you 50. So the tribal villages, you can just click on those and just go right through them really fast. 1,500 seems like a lot, and it is a lot. But you can do it. I did it in about 8 hours. I did all my tribal villages, all of my mysterious caves, but I am very hardcore, and I've been playing video games for a long time, and I can just put my head down and barrel through it, which is what I did. And I actually did this. I did one account for my main account, and then I also, on the same server at the same time, I also made a farm account. It's really important to have a farm account, in my opinion. A lot of people don't make them, or a lot of people wait to make them. I don't like to wait to make them because it's hard to jump onto the same server as your main account. So basically what you have to do is you have to create your farm account on your server that you jumped to, and then it has all the fog that you have to clear before you can get to any of the tribal villages and any of the mysterious caves. So I always create them both on the same server at the same time, and then I can go ahead and collect all of the tribal villages, all of the mysterious caves. I can collect all the treasure, have all of the benefits, and I don't have to do any of the fog clearing for either one of my accounts. So now that we're on our server, the next thing to do is find a alliance. Now this can be the tricky part. And this is where the YouTube community is going to come in handy. I think if we can get this done, what I would like to do is I would like everyone to post what server they started on and what alliance they joined. So say you're on server 1871 and you found an alliance CG_A, and that alliance was very active. They were super helpful. Put it in the comments so that the next person to create a jumper account can create a jumper account on 1871. They can go to that alliance and join that alliance, and they can get lots of help and have people that are actually humans, and they talk and they do stuff. So we're going to go to the alliance button. We get a little bit of a story from her. We click the join button, and then in my opinion, you don't want to join the top clan, the top alliance on the server. I've made that mistake before, joining the top alliance. Sometimes they'll let you in. I've joined plenty of the top alliances on the server where I go into this old server as this level 1 brand new jumper account. The big old alliance lets me in as like a charity case, and then all they do is complain about you the whole time that you're there, because you can't collect all of the resources from a resource node. So you go to collect food, and you can only collect 100,000, and the resource node is 630,000. At the start, it's really hard to finish nodes, so you have to keep going back and back and back. People get angry if they find a node that's not complete, and then they look right at you, and you're like, hey, I'm sorry. And if you happen to not be online, then they start talking crap about you, and then next thing you know, everybody hates you, and you're this bad guy. And there's a lot of other weird things that can happen that have happened to me. I suggest that you don't pick a huge alliance. Don't get me wrong, they have huge benefits because you get tons of alliance benefits from a big alliance. So it's a matter, I guess, of personal whatever you like. For me, I just go to the free to join ones. Anyone can join them, and what I do is I just go one after the other, joining these free to join alliances, and I don't care what language they speak. It doesn't matter. Rise of Kingdoms has an awesome translator. A lot of people think it's trash. I think it's amazing. I've been playing video games. I'm 53. I've been playing video games since they were invented. That's no lie. I played Pong. This translation thing is a incredible genius, stroke of genius breakthrough. Everybody's going to be using it soon. It's just perfect. I think it's awesome. So anyways, translation button helps a whole lot. So let's see. I joined this alliance. We look at the at the help button, and it looks like a lot of people were requesting help. And it doesn't say how long these help requests have been up there, but you do have a whole bunch of help requests, so that tells you that this alliance is active. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that help button, and I'm going to stay at this alliance for a little bit. Of course, this is a temporary account, so I will leave the alliance before we're done with this one, so I don't force them to do any extra work. So that's thing number 2. What was the other thing? So we got the server, we got the correct alliance. So if you do find an alliance that's good on a server that helps and everything, please comment on it in the comments, your server number and the alliance name, so that future jumper people can go ahead and find an alliance that's helpful. If you have an alliance on a server that has the fog removed because it's an older server, feel free to go ahead and comment. And that's it. I believe that is it for our second video. First video was pretty hard to make. The way that I was making videos before was so hard. It took me hours and hours and hours just to get everything ready to edit. With this new technique that I'm using and some of the new free software that I downloaded. Super easy. I'm going to be creating tons of Rise of Kingdoms content. I have watched hundreds of hours of videos. I played hundreds of hours of Rise of Kingdoms, and I am ready to make a bunch of help videos. I have a lot of tricks and secrets and little things that I do that a lot of people don't do. Kind of my specialty, finding little niches and sneaky things. None of it is cheating. I never cheat. I don't. Even if the server says you are allowed to have 2 accounts on this server, no more, I don't go ahead and create extra accounts on a different username, and I don't do any of that stuff. I play by the rules. I'm fine with that. I don't feel the need to have 7 different farm accounts and all of that. So very honest guy. So any of the tips and tricks that I'm going to give you are perfectly legit, and you can share them with anybody that you want. Anyways, there's going to be lots of awesome help videos coming up. So please like and subscribe. You really help my channel. If you have a good older server where the fog is removed and you know an alliance on that server that's very helpful, please post it in the comments. And that's it for today's help video. Thank you for watching me, and I'll see you.